Heh, you were stuck in a branch office, and now you're crawling back to headquarters? What trick did you pull? Having to see your face every day from now on is the worst. Oh, by the way, I'm your senior here.
Understood. So I'll be going on a business trip with Kaoru.
Yes. What? No way! Why him? I've been here longer. Starting today, huh? My name is Kazuya Shirota. I'm 31 years old and have been transferred from the branch office to headquarters as of today. Working at headquarters feels a little uncomfortable, but I don't have a choice. Until now, I chose to work at the branch office. There are various reasons, but explaining them would take too long. Alright, I just have to do my best. I was determined to handle the work assigned to me properly, but... Oh, Shirota? First time since high school. You're only now getting into headquarters? Masaka. Long time no see. The guy who immediately sneered at me was Koichi Amasaka. We were classmates in high school, and in this company, we're in the same batch. Heh, you were stuck in a branch office, and now you're crawling back to headquarters? What trick did you pull? Having to see your face every day from now on is the worst. Oh, by the way, I'm your senior here. I would have preferred to go without ever seeing you again. Seeing Amasaka brings back unpleasant memories from high school. It happened when I worked hard and got the top score in our grade. So, you got first place? You must have cheated! Amasaka shouted loudly enough for the whole class to hear. That nasty look on his face is burned into my memory. This is my own ability. Can you prove I cheated? Tch, cocky bastard. Amasaka had always treated me as a rival for no reason. My classmates believed me and called him out on it, which was my only saving grace. Thinking about having to relive those days is exhausting. Just as I was ignoring Amasaka's taunts. Amasaka, keep personal conversations to a minimum. Sorry. The person who sharply scolded Amasaka was Director Ayabe of the Product Development Department. I had already heard rumors about him while I was in the branch office. Some even called him Demon Ayabe. And you should speak up for yourself more. Yes, I'm sorry. Ayabe placed a hand on my shoulder and gave a slight smile. I didn't expect to need someone to stand up for me on my first day. By the way, let me introduce your supervisor. Kaoru Takano, can I have a moment? At Ayabe's call, a woman walked toward us.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kaoru Takano, your supervisor.
The woman who introduced herself had a beautiful but somewhat intimidating aura. She was a section manager in product development. I'm Kazuya Shirota. Looking forward to working with you.
Huh? You look scared. Don't worry, I'll be as nice as possible.
As nice as possible? And so, my anxiety-filled life at headquarters began. A week passed. Every day, I was learning new tasks from Kaoru Takano.
Make these corrections in red. Once it's done...
I had considered myself good with computers, but headquarters' unique systems were more complicated than I expected. I had to learn almost everything from scratch, but Kaoru's teaching style was strict yet clear and easy to understand.
You learn fast, Shirota. At this rate, I can start entrusting you with tasks.
It's all thanks to your guidance, Kaoru. Thank you. I had heard from other employees that she was scary, but she didn't seem that way at all. They even called her Mini Ayabe because of how strict she was, but my impression of her was changing day by day.
Hey, stop staring at my face and look at the screen.
Sorry. I messed up. I glanced at her face one more time and... was it just my imagination? Or were her cheeks slightly red? A month passed since I started at headquarters. By now, I had a solid understanding of the systems and workflow unique to the main office.
Shirota, can I ask you to handle this task?
Understood. I'll have it done by today.
Wow, he's only been here a month, but he's already keeping up with Kaoru's instructions. He's nice, fast, and... Wait, is Shirota actually really competent?
Damn it! Screw up, screw up, screw up! I suddenly felt a strange chill. I shrugged it off and focused on work, but then Ayabe called out to me. You're working hard, I see. Is it thanks to Kaoru's guidance?
Good work, Director Ayabe. No, Shirota is just talented.
You're always so humble. Since things are going well, I have a request. Both of you will go on a business trip in 3 days. Wait, I'm going too? We have an ongoing project, right? I need you to get input from an expert on the final adjustments.
The finishing touches are the most visible to customers, so getting a specialist's opinion is necessary.
From what I see, Shirota is capable of learning by observing your work, Kaoru. Think of it as a training and go with her. Understood?
Understood. So I'll be going on a business trip with Kaoru.
Yes. What? No way. Why him? I've been here longer. Director Ayabe, send me instead. I should be the one going with Kaoru. Amasaka burst into the conversation, clearly desperate. But Ayabe's expression remained firm. No, it's my responsibility to assess people's capabilities. Think about why you were transferred to this department and what you've done since then. If you truly believe you deserve it more, reflect on yourself first. Tch. I had heard he was previously in the sales department. It seemed there was a reason he ended up in product development. His plea was rejected, and I was officially assigned to accompany Kaoru. What do you mean? The day of the trip arrived. After completing our work, we arrived at the hotel where we were supposed to stay.
We sincerely apologize. Due to our company's mistake, we were unable to prepare your rooms.
We tried to check in, but due to an error on the hotel's part, they had no vacancies. Apparently, there was a high school track and field competition nearby, and a rookie hotel clerk had accidentally overbooked the rooms.
I see. In that case, it can't be helped. Let's go, Shirota.
Kaoru, should we just head back to the city? If we hurry, we might catch the last train.
That's risky. I just checked and this area has very few train departures. I do have one backup plan. Should I make a call?
Her ability to assess the situation was impressive. Even now, I could see how capable she was. I decided to leave everything in her hands and follow her lead.
Sorry. In the end, there was only one room available here too.
We arrived at a small inn. Apparently, a friend of Kaoru's works here, and they somehow managed to accommodate us. No, it's fine. I don't mind, but... Even though she's my superior, staying at an inn alone with a woman, there's no way my heart wouldn't race.
Alright, let's summarize everything we heard today.
Huh? Maybe I'm just overthinking things. I need to stay composed too.
Ugh, why did it have to turn out like this? Don't think about it, don't think about it.
Being surrounded by nature while working is refreshing. I bet this is how old writers felt. After working for 2 hours, I finished up and enjoyed the warm hot springs. But when I got back to the room... Kaoru, the hot spring was amazing. Wait, huh?
What's with that loud reaction?
Contrary to her usual composed image, she's wearing surprisingly cute pajamas. I can't help but be taken aback. So cute. Apparently, she finds these more comfortable than the provided yukata. A personal preference, I suppose? Sorry. I just realized that you were, well, a woman too.
A woman too? What, did you think I was a guy until now?
No, that's not what I meant, I swear. Too close, too close, too close. Seeing a different side of her like this is seriously bad for my heart. Kaoru's phone starts ringing just as I struggle to find the right words to explain myself.
Director Ayabe, good evening. What?
Her expression stiffens, and the atmosphere turns serious. Something bad must have happened. After ending the call, she immediately turns on her laptop. I cautiously ask her about it. Did something happen?
It's bad. There's been an issue with our project. The product we're developing, our competitor just announced something eerily similar. The details are so close that Director Ayabe suspects an internal leak. This is it.
Following Ayabe's lead, we check the competitor's product announcement. It's almost identical to what we've been working on. It's way too similar to be a coincidence.
What's going on? Could someone on our team have really leaked this information?
It's possible. I don't want to suspect anyone, but the only ones with access to these details are our project team members. I hate the idea of suspecting my own colleagues, but we have no choice. Then... Kaoru, are you okay?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just a little tired.
She's always so composed, but this project is a major deal for the company. And now, she has to doubt the very people she works with. It's obviously weighing on her. Kaoru, to be honest, I didn't want to come to HQ at all.
What?
But after working here, I realized everyone's great. I'm actually glad I came. And getting to work under you every day has been a huge learning experience for me. Thank you, Kaoru. So please, get some rest.
Kazuya?
Come on, we are at a nice inn. Might as well make the most of it.
I guess you're right. It's a lot more productive than pointless finger pointing. Thanks, Kazuya. I'm glad you're here too.
That night, we talked about all kinds of things until we got sleepy. I just hope she feels a little better. Once Kaoru left for the hot springs, I called Director Ayabe. Let's begin our product development meeting. Same members as before, but Kazuya will be the project lead this time. Kazuya, give a brief overview. What? Why is he in charge instead of me? Alright, I'll explain the project. The product we're developing is... I see.
There are already similar products on the market, but none meet customer expectations yet. If we leverage our tech, we can definitely break into this sector.
Not bad. Koichi, what do you think? It's a great idea. Pretty impressive for someone fresh from a branch office. Alright, that's all for today's meeting. Everyone, get back to work. Later, in the emergency stairwell, away from prying eyes, a man whispers into his phone. Yeah, it's a new project. And with that guy leading, it's bound to fail. This is a great chance, don't you think? Yeah, you did good last time. We'll talk money later. Looking forward to working with you again. Satisfied, Koichi ends the call and heads back to the office.
What's such a great opportunity?
Kaoru? What are you doing here? Kaoru and I had supposedly left earlier, but now we stood right behind him. Koichi freezes, trying to cover up with a forced smile. Don't scare me like that. I was just on a personal call.
A personal call? That's funny. Sharing confidential meeting details sounds pretty public to me. So, what was that about money?
Koichi is visibly shaken, unable to hide his panic.
So it was you! You leaked the information to our competitors!
No way! I wouldn't do something like that! Did you really think you could still talk your way out of this? What? Kazuya, you suspected me? Not at all. I had no idea who the culprit was until now. That's why I set this up. Though, if I had to guess, you were the most likely suspect. If we ran a new project with the same team, the culprit, who got away with it last time, would likely try again. Then that project was... Of course it was fake. I planned it with Director Ayabe. Honestly, I didn't expect you to slip up so easily. You got cocky after getting away with it once, huh? The sales team told me about you. Back when you were in sales, you took great pride in yourself, didn't you? But I heard your conduct was a serious problem. Maybe you just overestimated your own abilities. What do you know? Sales at a prestigious company like ours is the best role you can have. It's something to be proud of. Like hell you'd understand. You've been stuck wasting away at a branch office like some nobody. You could never get how I feel. At least show some results before you talk big. What?
Everyone knows you hated Director Ayabe and didn't want to be in this department. If the project fails, Ayabe loses his bonus, and his reputation in the company tanks. You couldn't beat him on your own, so you resorted to dirty tactics. What a pathetic excuse for a man. If not for Ayabe, you wouldn't just be out of sales, you'd be out of this company.
Yes, he resented Director Ayabe for pulling him out of the sales department and placing him in product development. But the truth was, Ayabe had been entrusted with him because he was nothing but trouble in sales, and Ayabe had agreed to take him in. Unaware that he had been given one last chance, Koichi repaid kindness with betrayal. That's not it. Sure, I didn't like Ayabe, but this wasn't just about him. Kaoru, you kept favoring this guy from a branch office over me. I liked you. That's why I worked so hard in this department. Huh?
Unbelievable! So your first betrayal was about Ayabe, and this fake project was just petty jealousy over Kazuya? And on top of that, you thought you'd make some easy money along the way. What a joke! What you did is a serious crime. Once you got caught, your whole life was over. Was it really worth it for something so childish?
But what if Kazuya was the traitor? What if... That was a possibility too. Director Ayabe? Kazuya is impressive. I didn't think he would catch the culprit this fast. Ayabe holds up the recorder. It's clear he recorded everything. First of all, you've got things twisted. Kazuya wasn't in the branch office because he's incompetent. And let me be clear, our branch employees are exceptional. Far better than you, at least. Ayabe gives me a knowing glance. I nod in response. Kazuya is the vice president's son. What? Huh? That's right. My father is the vice president, but our surnames are different. My parents divorced when I was in college. I took my mother's last name, Shirota. That's ridiculous! Then why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you use that when I mocked you? If I had, what would you have said? You would have just accused me of getting by on nepotism, wouldn't you? Obviously! The vice president's son can just pull strings to get whatever he wants! Exactly. That's why I never told anyone. That's why I chose to stay in the branch office. I wanted to be judged by my own abilities. That's why I worked on developing the company's online training system. At first, it was just for domestic employees in rural areas. But headquarters had been discussing expansion. We needed a way to secure more talent. That's when Kazuya, from the branch office, stepped up and took charge of expanding it globally. I developed a system to connect employees worldwide and promote our company globally. After years of effort, we linked with 15 countries. My work was recognized as a major achievement. Kazuya proved himself at the branch office and was brought here because of his skills. He will now help implement the system at headquarters and lead our global training initiatives. Given his skills, his track record, and his decision to keep his lineage hidden, the chance of him being the traitor was next to none. That's why I went along with his plan. No way! I'm not the only one who's competent. Like Ayabe said, the branch employees I worked with are all incredibly skilled. Don't look down on them just because you don't know any better. After that, Koichi Yamasaka was fired without leniency. The company pressed criminal charges and sued him for damages. Damn it! How did it end up like this? The incident made national news, and the rival company's representatives were hit with severe penalties. Although the project failed, upper management ruled that since the leak happened externally, it was out of their control. Still, Ayabe voluntarily took responsibility, saying it was his fault for trusting Koichi and putting him on the team. His actions raised employee awareness and strengthened company-wide security measures.
That handsome director, who is he? Then company isn't to blame. I'll keep supporting them.
By taking responsibility publicly, Ayabe played a huge role in restoring trust in the company.
I still can't believe you're the vice president's son, Kazuya.
I finally told my coworkers the truth. Only my branch colleagues and upper management had known. Sorry for keeping it a secret. I just didn't want any special treatment. Especially from you, Kaoru.
Oh, well, I guess I'm glad I didn't know. Because now I can say with pride that I recognized and fell for you based on your own merit.
It's not that I disliked my father. I was grateful for the privileged life he gave me. But I wanted to prove to myself that I could succeed on my own. Kaoru Takano, I love you. Please, be with me. Now that I've built my own achievements, I finally feel more confident in myself. From now on, I'll work even harder to be a man worthy of standing beside her. Health comes first. Take your time and rest.
But please don't hesitate to contact me anytime.
Huh? Seriously? You used to work at headquarters? So you're applying for a part-time job here? That's kinda wild. What did you screw up? No, that's not it. Actually, I have an illness. I am eternally grateful for your help, Mr. Zaizen. I can't thank you enough. I'm Kano Nasazuki. My motto is to always smile, even when things are tough. I'm 25 and work at the head office of a major convenience store chain, Hyson Store. I love my job and my coworkers, but I've been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, a difficult disease, and I've decided to focus on treatment. Health comes first. Take your time and rest.
But please don't hesitate to contact me anytime.
I'll support you fully, including Himuro, so rest easy.
I'll do my best. I have to step up since Asazuki-senpai is leaving.
My boss, Tsutomu Zaizen, gives me a reassuring smile, and my junior, Kyoka Himuro, who I've been teaching, is desperately trying to smile through her tears. Mr. Zaizen, Himuro, thank you. I'm truly blessed with wonderful colleagues. With a lingering sense of regret, I leave the company with a big smile.
How are the medications working for you?
Some of the medications are effective, but my symptoms haven't completely subsided. Ulcerative colitis isn't curable at the moment. Even if the symptoms improve or disappear, relapse is common. Therefore, time passes quickly, including the period of intensive treatment and observation. About 2 years have passed since I resigned. My condition has recovered to almost the same state as before. However, it's still an incurable disease. I need to continue medication and carefully monitor my body. By the way, I've been posting illustrations as a hobby for a while, and for the past 2 years, I've somehow been making a living doing that. I'm losing my touch. I need to build up my stamina. A few weeks later, I came to Hyson Store Love Koi Daisuki Minamiguchi store for a part-time job interview. My health has recovered, so I thought that even if I couldn't return to the head office, I could work as a part-timer. Huh? Seriously? You used to work at headquarters? So you're applying for a part-time job here? That's kinda wild. What did you screw up? No, that's not it. Actually, I have an illness. Oh yeah. People who cause problems always make excuses like that. He's Kamiya Takashi, the 30-year-old manager of the store. By the way, since it's a franchise store, there's an owner above the manager. No, listen to my explanation. Ignoring me, Manager Kamiya whistles cheerfully while looking at my resume, and then... Well, whatever. If you're from head office, you probably won't need much training. I don't know what you messed up over there, but don't cause me any trouble. Manager Kamiya stands up, pats me strongly on the shoulder, and leaves. Looks like he went outside for a smoke. I guess that means I got the job, but... is this store going to be okay? And the bad feeling I had turned out to be true in the worst way. Manager, there's a long line at the register. Could you help out? Kaneda-chan, can't you see? I have my own work to do. He turns and starts typing on the keyboard. But we can't keep the customers waiting any longer. If you can't handle this much on your own, then what are you even here for? Huh? Now hurry back. His work, my foot. He was just eating snacks and watching videos until now. I know that. After working here for a week, I was furious with the manager. He was even worse than I thought. I can't believe there's a manager like this. He won't listen even if I try to talk to him. It's so frustrating that there's a store like this in my beloved Hyson store. Why am I so attached to Hyson store? Of course, it's partly because I was blessed with great people at the head office, but the trigger was the Great East Japan earthquake 14 years ago. The area I lived in suffered only minor damage, like liquefaction and a slightly tilted house, but electricity and water were cut off, and we didn't have any preserved food, which is common now, so we needed new food and water immediately. To protect my younger sister and mother, my father and I went to the convenience store to get food, and then...
Are you helping out at a time like this? So for your mom and sister, you're a good boy.
Even though she was probably having a harder time working for everyone during this difficult time, she gently stroked my head and smiled at me. That convenience store was Hyson store. I admired that clerk and made Hyson store my first choice, but this guy... Manager, excuse me, a customer asked if we have letter pack light. Seriously, why don't you know something like that if you used to work at head office? I'm busy too. Head office has nothing to do with it. Besides, whether or not we carry something like that depends on the store.
We don't carry letter pack light.
Leida-chan, what are you doing here? You're not on shift today, are you? Could it be that you came to see me?
No, I just came to pick up something I forgot.
She's Reida Aiuchi. She looks flashy and has a gloomy aura. In reality, she's a 20-year-old college student attending a top private university in Tokyo. Manager Kamiya is talking to Aiuchi as if he's smitten with her. But he does this to all the female part-timers, so they are used to dealing with him. Thank you, Aiuchi-san.
No problem. The customers are waiting, so you should go back quickly. Well, see ya.
It's depressing to work shifts with Manager Kamiya, but the colleagues at the store, including Aiuchi-san, are good people.
Wow. Suzuki-san, you're good at making pop displays.
Thanks. I guess it's because it's been my hobby for years.
Suzuki-san learns quickly and became an immediate asset.
Such days of part-time work continued, and then one day... that manager. He's drinking again. I was woken up by a notification on my phone. It seemed like there was a message in the part-time job group chat. Messages from Manager Kamiya are arriving almost every minute. Okay, a convenience store where people you wouldn't normally meet pass by every day is a microcosm of life. Don't you think that a word you say can make the customer's day a little better? Whether you wait for time to pass by idly or work with all your might, it's the same time. It's better to work hard and gain something, right? When he's drunk, he starts talking about himself in the group chat, regardless of the time. It's a bad habit of Manager Kamiya. Originally, the OFC, who is in a supervisory position for the owner and headquarters, should be the one to stop him.
Sales are going well this month. It's partly because of the location in front of the station, but it's amazing. Well then, I'm going.
Okay, good work. You're getting used to the job, aren't you? That's right. I'll take you out for a drink sometime.
I'm honored. Thank you very much.
The new OFC is a timid person and completely controlled by Manager Kamiya in conversations. In this case, the OFC, who should be a link to the head office, is not functioning properly. And as for the owner...
So, can I expect results this year that exceeded last year?
Of course, owner. You've seen how good the numbers have been since the beginning of the year, right? I'll show you with results. Please, owner, just sit back and relax.
Kamiya-kun, what I like about you is that you don't bother me and always bring me happy reports.
I'll respond to the trust you've placed in me with even better results. That's my job. The owner of the store, Shiraishi Mayumi, hardly ever comes to the store in the first place. Even when she does, she just talks to the manager for a bit. She also manages a convenience store as part of her wealthy husband's asset management, and she has no knowledge or interest in management herself. Therefore, she leaves the management entirely to the manager, and as long as the numbers are good, she doesn't interfere at all.
I'll leave the rest to you. I'm counting on you, Kamiya-kun.
And therefore, the surveillance cameras, which should be watched remotely 24 hours a day, are meaningless. She only looks at the cameras on weekdays from 10 AM to 4 PM, and even then, it's just on a whim. So, if you avoid that time, the manager can do whatever he wants. That mask of his must seem reliable to her. However, the reason why the store's numbers are good is because of its prime location in front of the station. The worst part is that he has a good sense of ordering. And when the head office assigns a quota, such as the number of chickens to sell, he stands at the store as if he's seizing an opportunity. And he does whatever it takes to achieve the quota.
I'm sorry. Hey, you don't look sorry at all.
Is there anything else I can help you with? A few days later, Ayuchi-san, who always handles everything flawlessly, was unusually being yelled at by a customer. Apparently, the ink on the store stamp she pressed was too light. Ayuchi-san apologized and re-stamped it, but the customer didn't like the lack of emotion in her apology.
Come on, put more heart into it. Bow your head and say you're sorry.
Customer, I apologize for causing your employee to make you feel uncomfortable. But she apologized and took care of it, right? Anything beyond this will be treated as customer harassment.
What did you say?
We've already apologized and taken care of the issue. We have no obligation to deal with you until you're satisfied. Besides, you're the one who's clearly bothering everyone around you right now. There were already many customers lined up behind the register, and they were giving the woman sharp looks.
Fine. I'll never come to this store again.
Okay, everyone, I apologize for the wait. Ayuchi-san, please go to the other register.
Okay. Thank you for earlier.
Well, I was a little annoyed watching too.
I think it's partly because of my appearance, but I often get misunderstood and angered people. Even when they encounter situations like that, other people often ignore them. So, my opinion of you has gone up a little.
Just a little? Hey, what did you do? If I had handled it, Leida-chan wouldn't have been defeated and the customer wouldn't have been angered. After work, I was being chewed out by Manager Kamiya about my handling of the customer earlier.
Manager, Asazuki-san was defending me. If you have a problem, you should tell me.
This is something that seniors and superiors take responsibility for. Rita-chan, you can go home without worrying about it.
Is that so? Then I'll just reply to a few messages and go home.
So, what's the deal? I have other things to do later, and I'm not free. Later, on a day off from work, I took some time to talk to Manager Kamiya. Thank you for your time. I know we are both busy, so I'll get straight to the point. Are you going to continue running the store with your current attitude? Huh? What are you trying to say? I don't understand. Are you not going to stop being negligent in your duties and verbally abusing and threatening employees? Well, Kanade-chan, I guess you wouldn't know what the higher-ups do, being a lowly part-timer like you. I also think that the current trend of immediately complaining about power harassment is a problem. I'm doing a job that I don't want to do because I genuinely want them to grow. You don't seriously believe that, do you? If you do, it's so pathetic that it's laughable. What did you say? You're just a washout part-timer who caused problems and got fired from head office, acting all high and mighty. If you don't get results, you have to take responsibility. I'm teaching them the harshness of a society. I've been doing it this way all along. Besides, no one is going to listen to your opinion since you got fired from head office. That's a problem with the owner and OFC. I didn't get fired in the first place.
What's going on? So noisy.
When I turned around to see who was speaking with such a disgusted voice, the owner, Shiraishi-san, was standing at the entrance of the back room. Owner, I'm sorry. A part-timer made an unreasonable request, so I accidentally raised my voice. Now, Kanade-kun, you should go home soon. I have important things to discuss with the owner and the people from head office later. That's right. Today's the day the OFC is changing, so the owner and the new person in charge are coming to the store. Manager Kamiya hurriedly puts on his mask, but... No, I'll stay too. The new OFC said she wants to hear my story today. The look on Manager Kamiya's face mixes confusion and impatience at my words.
What he's saying is true.
A clear voice like the morning dew echoed, and two people enter the room.
Nice to meet you. I'm Himuro Kyoka, and I'll be the OFC in charge of this store from today. This is Zaizen, who will be the new DM in charge of this area.
That's right. The reason I asked the manager for time on my day off was to stall him until they arrived. By the way, DM stands for District Manager, the person in charge of the area. They're also responsible for overseeing the OFCs of the stores in the relevant area. Nice to meet you. I'm Stomu Zaizen, and I'm the DM from today. Thank you. Oh, how do you do? I'm the manager, Kamiya. Zaizen-san has the power to somehow make the surrounding atmosphere his own. Now then, let's get down to business. Manager Kamiya's store is in a good location in front of the station, and sales seem to be pretty good. Yes, we are making the most of the strength of being in front of the station and doing aggressive purchasing. And above all, we make all the employees here work with a sense of professionalism. Please look forward to it. I see. It seems that the previous OFC also rated you highly, but from what I hear, the previous OFC trusted you completely when it came to management and hardly got involved. The management of the store should be done by the DM, OFC, manager, and owner on an equal footing, without biasing the power balance. Suzuki-kun over there is a former subordinate of mine, and he knows the inside story of the store well. I hear that in this store, the owner hardly gets involved and the manager decides everything. That's not a desirable situation. Well, the owner trusts me wholeheartedly and leaves it to me. In fact, I'm getting results.
Yes, this store has good sales, and I think he's getting results, but...
Shiraishi-san, who had a confused look on her face, was given a cold look by Himuro.
Owners have a responsibility to properly manage their stores, not just look at sales. If you leave the manager to do whatever he wants without realizing it, Depending on the situation, the franchise agreement may be terminated.
Wait! It seems that you two know him, but he must have been filling him with lies. I have created an environment where the employees of this store can work with peace of mind. Besides, isn't he a washout who caused problems and got fired from head office? You shouldn't believe such a story.
What are you talking about? Asazuki-senpai retired to recover from an illness.
During his time there, he was a talented young OFC who revived the store with disastrous sales. Would you please stop disparaging my former subordinate with your own speculation? So you really were sick? That's what I said at the beginning. Gah.
Now, let's get back to business. Manager Kamiya, there are various problems with your management. You have a history of numerous abusive and harassing behaviors towards employees, right?
We also have evidence. Come on in. Reina-chan, why?
Asazuki's told me to. He said he wanted me to submit the recordings of the manager's abusive language today.
What? Without even acknowledging the speechless manager Kamiya, Ayutsan activated the voice recorder on her smartphone. Hey, what did you do? If I had handled it, Reina-chan wouldn't have been defended and the customer wouldn't have been angered. Abusive language towards me and other employees flowed from Ayutsan's smartphone. It seems that she had been hesitant to submit it because the owner and OFC were unreliable. But when she learned that I had connections to the head office, she decided to cooperate. How could you do this, Reina-chan? I've been so kind and caring towards you.
I'll be honest, it was gross how you were flirting with me. All the girls who come to work here have the same feeling.
Such...
Shirashi-san, what is going on here? Shirashi-san, you're not immune to the blame either. As I said earlier, owners have a responsibility to properly manage their stores.
From the looks of it, you haven't even bothered to check the surveillance cameras. From now on, we'll have you change your ways under our supervision. As for Manager Kamiya, the decision is already out of our hands. Wait! I'll reflect on my actions, please! After that, the head office thoroughly investigated and revealed Manager Kamiya's power harassment. He was fired from his job. He still has the laziness that was ingrained in him during his time as manager, and he's having a hard time finding a new job. Damn it! I thought I was doing well. No matter how well you try to cover up the outside, evil deeds will eventually be exposed.
We sincerely apologize for this.
Also, the owner, Shiraishi-san, provided financial compensation to the employees. She strongly emphasized that if anything similar happens again, the franchise agreement will be terminated. The former OFC also received a pay cut and is working to prevent a recurrence. And as for the manager, thanks to Himuro, it's much easier to work at this store now.
No, I'm just doing what's expected of me as an OFC. Besides, the biggest thing is the presence of the new manager. Right, Manager Asazuki?
Yes, I was appointed as the new manager. I can't work full-time because of my health problems, but it was decided that my experience at the head office would outweigh the disadvantages. Also, it's somewhat satisfying to be the one keeping an eye on Shiraishi-san. It's unique to me, since I'm trusted by the head office staff.
But if Asazuki-senpai is saying thank you, then how about we go on a date together next time? Manager Asazuki, help me! We have a lot of customers and the register is about to stop working!
Oh, sorry. I'll be right back. So don't grab my arm.
No. I have to make Manager Asazuki doesn't run away.
I had no choice but to quit the job I loved. But now, I'm able to be involved in it again as the manager of the store.
I have to be more aggressive so I don't get outshone by my former junior. I have to make full use of the time when we're on the same shift to close the distance with Manager Asazuki.
Will I ever be like that old Clark? Smiling at work even when I'm having a hard time, and delivering everyday life to customers. That kind of Clark.